Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good day I wish to all of you. Today, we would like to highlight a few topics that are quite interesting to be discussed on, that is digital sustainability, humanizing education. So I am sure that every one of us has our opinion and thought about this topic. So before we start our discussion, let me explain about our topic for today. So today we will be talking and comparing between the two countries' education system, that is between Japan and Malaysia. And we will also learn the difference between both countries in the aspect of green technology. So this is the overview for today's forum, and without further ado, let us begin. So before that, my name is Puteri Aneesa Shara binti Sulaiman, and I will be the moderator for today's forum. And joining us today is a very special guest all the way from Japan. Hi Hanon, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much for spending the time and talk with us today. So can you introduce yourself a bit more about yourself, like your name, your age, and which part of Japan are you from?
Hi, I'm Hanon. I'm in third years of university. So I'm now 20 years old and I'm from Yokohama, but now I live in Kobe. So now here in Japan, it's spring vacation. So we don't have school. So I am visiting my grandparents' house in Fukuoka. Okay, that's it.
Oh, so we're basically the same age. I'm also 20 years old. Okay. So, Hanan, so you said currently you're on your mid-semester break?
No. Actually, we will start new year on April. That's Japanese style.
Oh, okay, okay. So for us, currently it is our mid-semester break. So we are students from IPG, that is in Malay, it's Institute Pendidikan Guru. In English, it is Institute of Teacher Education. It is an open university for those who wants to be a teacher for primary school. So me and my group mates are currently taking TESOL, that is teaching English as a second language. So we will be teaching English in primary school. So how about you, Hanon?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you just now.
You couldn't hear my question?
I didn't.
I'm sorry. My question is, what are you currently learning?
Okay. My major is international relations because I've had much interest in foreign countries since I was a high school student, but I felt like that I didn't like know other countries enough after graduating from high school. So I wanted to learn whole world and their relationships. That's why I chose international relations as my major.
Oh, okay, I see. So moving on, I will be passing to Nur Farisya to ask her questions.
All right, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Puteri. Hi, Hanon. I am Nur Farisya binti Azizun, and you can just call me Farisya. So before I ask the question about your study course there, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me and my friend's subject that we are currently learning here in Malaysia. So the subject that we are currently studying right now is the Introduction to Educational Studies. it teaches us about the definition and the concept of education, and also makes us determine the character of excellent teacher who can uplift the teaching profession, since all of us are going to be a teacher one day. Well, I hope you understand my brief explanation, since I'm gonna ask you now about the course that you take in Japan. I mean the subjects that you take in the course that you pick. Can you please enlighten me and my friends a little bit about it? Thank you.
Okay, I think I just talked about my major just now, but yeah, I am learning about international relations. So like Cold War, or we sometimes read book about Vietnam War, but actually this is not good, but we only have online class right now, so we just read book and we don't go to school, and it's like I don't know how to say, but it's like
So it's like online learning.
Yeah, only
all the time.
online, and we don't meet professors in face to face. So yeah.
Okay.
I think it's kind of interesting though. You don't have to go to class.
Yeah, we don't have to go to classroom.
I see. All right. Thank you.
Oh, so Hanon, you don't have you only do online learning full time.
Yes.
So you don't. For us, we have a hybrid session.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we go physical class, and then next week it's online. Oh, so you don't really have physical class at all.
We don't. We didn't. Yeah, but I don't know. Next year we may go to school.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, okay, I'm sorry, but the Zoom meeting
exam-based assessment. There will be just assessment by teachers for every subject. And the grade will be in band 1 until band 6. And if the students got an excellent band, which means band 4, band 5, and band 6, they are qualified to enter the prestige school in Malaysia, such as MRSM and SPP. And with that excellent result, they may choose to enter what secondary schools they want to get into. So in secondary school, there are two major examinations, which is PT3 and SPM. PT3 is like the opening door into the high school life and the closing door in middle school. So the PT3, the grading system is kind of like general, which means we just learn the basic subject before we get into the complicated subjects for SPM. The grading system is A, B, C, D, just like with the basic one. And then we got SPM. SPM is kind of like the fate maker, I guess, because SPM is kind of like decide what university will we get into. And we don't have college entrance exam, which means what university will get into is solely based on SPM. And SPM grading system is A plus, A minus, and B plus, B, which means the grading system is more specific than PT3. And then in university, we use CGPA system. CGPA system, which means we use pointer, like 3.5, 3.6 and above. Those who got an excellent result got 3.5 and above. And then this is actually the same as US education system, because Malaysia tried to implement try to make the US education system as the role model. So the CGPA system is the same as the US university. So my question again, I have explained a little bit about the Malaysian one grading system. So I want to know about how Japan's manage grading system in their education system. Can you please explain to us, Hanon? Thank you.
Japanese education system has mainly three parts: primary school, junior high school, and high school. And after that, we can choose if we go to university or not. And primary school, we have 6 years, and junior high school and high school, we have 3 years. And after that, when we are university student, we basically have 4 years. And it's how do I say it? SP in Malaysia, there is something like big examination, SPM.
Yeah, SPM.
Okay, so we also have same thing. We call it center scan, but it actually finished 2 years ago maybe. So now we have new one. We call it sorry, I don't know how to say it. And let me check. Kyotsu test. So we have new test called Kyotsu test, but I don't know this. I don't know about this test well because I didn't take this. I took center scan, the old one. Then yeah, is that make sense? And grading system, it depends on the class in university, but basically we are under relative assessment. So we get grade by our performance, and the highest is 5, the worst is 1. So if we fail a class, well, actually it's okay, but if the class was our major, we can't move to the next grade. Does it make sense?
Yes, I understand it. But can you please tell us a bit about your Senta exam? Can you choose whether you want to take science stream or maybe art stream?
Sorry, what?
Can you please tell us in detail about the Senta exam?
Okay.
Whether you can take science stream or maybe art stream if you are interested in arts. Yeah, something like that.
Art.
Art.
Oh, art. I think we didn't have art in centers, yeah. We had Japanese, English, history and math and science. We have 5 basically, yeah. So we didn't have art.
Oh, I understand. That means you just have like basic subject like math,
Yes,
science,
yeah,
English, and something like that.
yes.
Okay, so my next question is, I have been informed by Puteri that you have learned in Malaysia for quite a bit time. And then can I ask you what is the difference that you can feel, you can see between your country education system and Malaysian education system? Like their routine or maybe their system, maybe their teacher or something like that. Just tell us.
Okay, I thought about this, but I didn't find differences. It's like Malaysian school life is quite similar to our life, and so I didn't come up with differences. So if you want if you want ask me something about our Japanese student life, you can ask me now.
Yeah, maybe you can that the other one will ask the question next because I I am required to ask the difference. So you say that Malaysian education system is quite similar to the
Yeah.
Japan's. Yeah, I think we are on the same level, I guess. Okay, so I will be passing to the moderator to invite the next interviewer. Thank you, Hanon. Bye bye.
Okay, so thank you, Hamizah. So next we have is Nur Ayunie.
Okay, so hi Hanon, I'm Ayunie. So I would like to share a little bit about the school schedule in Malaysia at our high school level, where our learning time will start at 8 a.m. But before that, we normally have small assemblies our school will give. And then our school will give a break time in about 30 minutes like that for lunch or anything you want to do. And then for us to go back home, it depends on some type of school. They are boarding school or daily school. Since I go to daily school, if there are no extra classes, we will be back at home at around 2 o'clock. So, and I wonder about how your school schedules work in Japan, whether it is in a level high school or university level. You can share with me.
And as I said before, when I was a freshman and last year, so for 2 years, we took all classes online. So every morning I wake up at 8 a.m. and make up if I need to the camera on while the class. Then take 1 or 2 classes, then have lunch in my room and take 2 or 3 classes after lunch. Then then have dinner, and when I have part-time job, go to work. That's it. Because of COVID, our life is so boring.
It's not boring. It's Japan. It's different from us. So your schedule in your university and our IPG is not very different. We have each classes we have breaks. We have lunch break and others. Okay. So move on to the next question I want to ask. Before that, in Malaysia we have some views from prominent educationists or our what we call them. Educationist example on how they want the students to be. So they want to achieve a student who knows how to live together in these multiracial countries consisting of Malay, Chinese, Indians, and other races. That's why the government create national schools or known as sekolah kebangsaan in our country. It is to understand the culture and the difference of all races and to understand each other from each perspective. Now, what I want to know is what kind of student that Japan want to produce, like what is the aim for the future generation? That's it.
This question was a bit difficult for me, but I think Japanese tend not to be fluent in English like me. So, because we never use it in daily life at all. So Japan need more young people who can communicate and work in English with foreign countries. That's why every university have English class. All students must take that. And also there are not enough people to care for the elderly. Japan has so many elderly people. So there is a need for students to study welfare and after graduating from university, and student must to like work for elderly.
Okay, understood. I understand. But I think even if Japan doesn't really master the English, but they are ahead far from us, you know. So I pass to the next moderator. Thank you, Hanon.
Okay, so thank you, Ayunie, for the question. So next, I would like to call Nurul Izzatie.
Hi Hanan, I'm Nur Izzatie binti Rahim. You can call me Izzatie. So in our IPG, in our institution, we also learn a subject called Fundamentals of Sustainability and Green Technology, or we call it PALS here. And this subject teaches us on how to manage and maintain green technology in our country. So my question is, can you please tell us how your country, Japan, managed to implement green technology system in people's life? Thank you.
Okay, so I actually didn't know about green technology in Japan well. So I searched the internet and according to the article I found, creating sustainable forest by increasing demands for wood by making buildings of wood and creating forest industries and activating Japanese forestry and local communities. And that is all I found.
Oh, I think it's kind of similar with Malaysia, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so finally, we have Ummu Izzah.
Hanon.
Okay.
My name is Ummu Izzah binti Muhammad Suhairi. You can call me Ummu. Okay, I would like to ask you a question about green technology. So in Malaysia, there were enacted policies and law in environmental management. So in line with Malaysia's aim to be an inclusive and sustainable nation, environmental technology, also commonly known as green technology, has been identified as one of the drivers of the country's green growth. So sectors identified under the Green Technology Master Plan Malaysia 2017 until 2030 were renewable energy, water purification, air purification, sewage treatment, environmental remediation, solid waste management, and energy conservation. As you were in Malaysia for quite some time, so can you tell us the difference between our country and yours in the aspect of preserving our environment? Because as you know, Japan is famous for its technology and is far more advanced than Malaysia. So can you elaborate more on that?
Okay, compared to Malaysia and other countries, Japan has more trash cans. I think this is famous, well-known things. And also I think volunteer activities to pick up trash becoming more and more popular these days. And actually many university students at my school participate in beach cleanup events. So I think there is a big difference in people's awareness of garbage, and I feel people in Japan tend to keep the place clean. And yeah, is this
I think that's answer my question. So I will pass to the moderator, Puteri.
Okay, so thank you very much, Ummu, and thank you very much, Hanon, for answering the questions for us. So do you have any questions for us about anything? No.
oh
Okay, so I think that is all. That is all for today. So again, thank you very much for spending your time with us, and I hope we can see you someday if this COVID, I don't know when will this COVID go away, but hopefully soon. Okay, so thank you very much and have a good day.
you.
Hanon,
Bye.
Hanon,
Yeah.
I have a question. Can you tell us, teach us on how to say goodbye in Japan's language?
Goodbye. Okay.
Ah,
We usually say bye-bye.
bye bye. There is no like specific words.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
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 Bye.